Don't curse, please. Okay. Where are you from?
Fayette, Mississippi.
Which neighborhood?
There is no neighborhood.
How long have you lived in Chicago?
Most of my my life.
What role do you play in your community?
Just a positive citizen trying to make a difference, interacting with some young men that I see that may not be doing the right things. Try to keep my area clean.
What is your definition of community?
Community is where you have a group of people who are like-minded, who have a common interest, and want to keep the neighborhood family-oriented and peaceful and safe.
How have you been impacted by your community?
I see a lot of poor people, a lot of homeless people, a lot of young teenagers who are misguided and need help, and I'm not quite sure how to help them. I think the black community at large is in crisis, and a lot of black men need to step up and become fathers and mentors to some of these other young folks.
How would your life be different if you lived in a different city or town?
I don't know if my life would be any different because black plight is everywhere. I try to keep my environment as nice as possible, as safe as possible for my children, and try to be a positive influence on people that I interact with.
Okay, if you could change anything about your community, what would it be and why?
I would change the political nonsense that goes on. Take the politics out of things and actually get some things accomplished.
Okay, how do you think your community is viewed by others and why?
I think amongst the black community, Chatham is viewed as an old established neighborhood that has hardworking, good people. I think that in some of our counterparts communities, they look at the black community as being a bad place with nothing but poor people and a lot of crime.
If you think this view is wrong or unfair, is there ways to change how your community is viewed by others?
I think that we can't change people's perception. People have to change their own perception. We just have to continue to be positive and work hard towards economic independence. And over time, hopefully, other people get it.
All cities have to deal with issues like violence. How does the issue of violence in Chicago compare to other major cities?
I think that all major cities have crime. I think that Chicago over the last few years have probably exhibited a little bit more violence than other cities and have been looked upon as not such a nice place to live. But historically, Chicago has always been polarized, and so you have different neighborhoods with different issues.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, what? I said, how did the violence in this city compare to other major cities?
And I say all cities have crime and violence. I think Chicago gets put on the forefront because of the amount of shootings and stuff that goes on.
Okay. What are the top 3 issues or concerns that you have or would like to address and start dialogue about it with your community?
Black on black crime, black economic empowerment, and education.
Okay. If you were in charge of the media, what would you show and would not show to change the perception of how people view your community?
I would show black people doing positive things. For every one black person that is a criminal, there are 3 black people that are doing quite well, and those are the people that I would show instead of the person on the news with the hair all over the head and no teeth and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. How do you see Chicago in the future?
I'm not sure. It's kind of how I've always viewed Chicago. If the people of Chicago don't come together and stop focusing on the things that aren't essential to our longevity and productivity, then we're going to always be behind the 8 ball because other people are going to be making decisions for us.
Do you think it's important for people to keep an ongoing dialogue of the most important issues facing our community?
Absolutely.
Are there any issues or concerns that you would like to address?
There's lots of issues and concerns, but this interview ain't going to be long enough.